Plain and simple, protein is in everything now, and it's a scam. The truth is, protein is a big topic, a big buzzword, and it's everywhere. Now, in some cases, it's absolutely not a scam. Obviously, diets high in protein are gonna have a ton of value. Then there's the other side of it, where we're throwing it into things like mac and cheese, and the box is 400 plus calories, and it tastes awful, but they added protein to it so they can add it to the label. We talk about items like that, yes, that's definitely a scam. It's an opportunity for companies to take whey protein, put a little bit in there, elevate their price point, make more margin, and then get the consumer through the door. Because the reality is at the end of the day, a lot of consumers, protein is very popular right now. Everybody wants more protein. Everybody's trying to eat a high protein diet, which makes a lot of sense. But once you start adding it into things, again, like the mac and cheese, and I don't mean the good one. One of the big corporations did it awful. That one, Ace, maybe you can add it to the screen right here. Perfect. That one in particular, and probably pretty others, chips, etc. There's a bunch of options that you guys know are a full-blown scam. The guys that are coming up with these innovations, Quest Protein being one of them, I would say they added protein to chips, things like that. Those are fantastic options. But when you get into the larger corporations and stuff like that, they're definitely using it at this point as a buzzword in order to increase marketing awareness. Now, that wouldn't be a big issue if supply chain was ready for that. And that's where the protein market kind of fell apart a little bit. When you have whey protein powders like ours here, these are great products that are really convenient for customers to increase their daily protein intake. But those prices have skyrocketed, and they've skyrocketed because protein is in everything now. From your morning coffee that costs you $19 at Starbucks to many other options, protein is just everywhere and has caused really good options, really healthy options to increase their price substantially. So unfortunately for the consumer, the bad things are still going to be cheap because they're cheaply made at mass. The good things that aren't necessarily made at mass, those prices are going to rise. So the things that are good for you in protein, probably going to cost a lot and less people are going to buy them. And the things that are not so great for you in protein are going to cost very little and more people will buy them. I guess at the end of the day, you could look at it as more protein intake just across the board, whether the item's good, bad, or however you want to argue it. More protein is a good thing for most people. So I don't necessarily know if it's a scam. With that being said, it probably could have been handled a different way. So that way, again, good items like our whey protein powder here didn't have price hikes happening. Now, as the market continues, you guys are going to continue to see more and more options in protein. And it's not just whey protein. You're going to see things like collagen proteins and many other options. Plant-based likely will get very popular. So as the market continues to grow and you see other options coming into play, plant-based being one of those, hopefully whey protein becomes more stable and then you can see those prices come back down and get to a more favorable position for consumers. That said, with your whey proteins, remember there are plenty of brands, ours included, that do a fantastic job at protecting the consumer, producing at a large enough quantity, taking smaller margins, doing whatever we have to do to make sure you get protein powders still at a very good price for a very premium product. So if you're shopping for protein, make sure you guys check ours out. We'll link everything down in the bio. So go down there, check it out, click the link, make sure you guys are subscribing and sharing the channel. And we'll continue, of course, to keep you up to date on the protein market as it moves forward. Remember, regardless of the price tag currently, protein powders are still a very cost-effective, very convenient way to get your protein in. So don't get blown away by the sticker shock. Make sure you guys are picking your protein powders up. Keep them in your diet. Trust me, everything in protein is at a higher price. Your protein powders are still going to be a cost-effective option. So again, share and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Go pick up your protein.